Fever's latest roster move after losing Caitlin Clark for season. The Indiana Fever have been hit hard this season with injury issues, including the recent devastating news that star guard Caitlin Clark would be out for the remainder of the season. It was a double whammy for the Fever this week as backup guard Chloe Bibby was lost for the year as well. To help bolster the roster, the Fever made a move this week to bring in rookie guard Bree Hall, the team announced. Caitlin Clark is but one of 5 players whom the Fever have lost for the rest of the season due to injury. The other players include Bibby, Sophie Cunningham, Sydney Colson, and Ari McDonald. In Bibby's case, she had even been on a hardship contract to help mitigate the Fever's numerous injuries this year. But Bree Hall is no stranger to the Fever's system. Hall was the number 25 overall pick by the Fever in the 2025 WNBA draft and was one of their final roster cuts coming out of training camp. With most teams in the WNBA dealing with injury issues this year, Hall got her first WNBA minutes when she was signed to a hardship contract by the Golden State Valkyries back in June. After being cut by the Valkyries, Hall returned on a 7-day hardship deal just a week ago. The Valkyries did not re-sign Hall after her 7-day contract expired, clearing the way for her to return to the Fever. Hall appeared in a total of 3 games with the Valkyries. Her best game came against the Connecticut Sun back on June 22 when she scored 3 points, knocking down a 3-point shot, and grabbed 1 rebound. Hall came to the WNBA with championship experience, having been a part of 2 national title teams with the South Carolina Gamecocks. Now she'll be counted on to provide backcourt depth as the Fever try and lock down a playoff spot in the final week of the regular season. Fever rout Sky in first game since Caitlin Clark's season-ending announcement. The Indiana Fever continue to be resilient after blowing out the Chicago Sky in their first game following Caitlin Clark's announcement. Clark revealed that she will miss the remainder of the 2025 WNBA season earlier this week. A nagging groin injury has prevented her from returning to the court, forcing the Fever to adjust without her services. Luckily for them, they didn't have much difficulty against the Sky, who were without star Angel Reese due to suspension. As a result, they won all 5 games against Chicago this season. Winning by 20 points, they proved that they have their rivals' number for the time being. How Fever played against Sky without Caitlin Clark. Even without Caitlin Clark, the Fever have proved themselves to be more than capable of holding down the fort in her absence. Their 97-77 blowout win over the Sky is just another example of that. Indiana took a 31-15 lead after the first quarter and never looked back. They controlled the momentum for the remainder of the game, preventing Chicago from sparking any runs down the stretch. Playmaking and turnovers made a huge difference in this matchup. The Fever created 27 assists while limiting their turnovers to just 9. It wasn't the case for the Sky, who had 18 assists but gave up the ball 23 times. 5 players scored in double digits on Indiana's behalf. Kelsey Mitchell led the way with 20 points and 8 assists. She shot 6 of 13 from the field, including 2 of 6 from beyond the arc and 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Natasha Howard came next with 18 points and 7 rebounds. Odyssey Sims had 13 points and 4 assists, while Aliyah Boston provided 11 points and 5 assists. Meanwhile, Ariel Powers put up 10 points and 3 assists. Indiana improved to a 22-20 record on the season, holding the 3rd spot in the Eastern Conference standings. They are 2.5 games behind the New York Liberty and 6 games behind the Atlanta Dream. With 2 games remaining, the Fever will prepare for their next matchup. They are on the road, facing the Washington Mystics on September 7 at 3 p.m. Eastern Time.